Hey there, everyone. Hello, hello. Welcome to our weekly live training. This week, we have something amazing in store for you. It is all about how can you use your content, right? Your expertise, your brilliance, your genius in the world, the thing that sets you apart from everybody else to serve you and your clients in a much bigger way. So, hey there, I'm Susan Gaddy. And if we haven't met before, I'm the host of this learning community. And I jump in here live every week, hoping to help experts and consultants either in an internal role within their companies or those of you that are in the external role of consultant and business owner to take your genius and share it with thousands of people in the world. That is my big mission. I do this by helping people to create signature training programs. But today, we're talking a little bit more about the content creation framework. This was something that many of you told me was super important to you and something that you could use to help elevate yourself and elevate your ability to connect with more people in the world. Now, what's interesting about our content is that it's like completely linked to who we are, right? When this is your expertise, it is you and you are it. So it is this constant you showing up in the world and sharing information, and that is what ultimately creates the volume of people that you need to meet in order to bring them down in through your funnel and be able to serve a handful of people that are ready for you right here, right now, today. And what's interesting about it is that it's never that your content isn't good content. The reason your content isn't necessarily connecting with more people, if that's what you're looking to do, is that your framework is a little bit off. And so that's what I noticed most myself personally. I went through this change for sure. It's something we do for our clients all the time. And what's even better is that it sort of covers everything content related, whether you're writing a blog post, a social media post, whether you're actually creating a training segment for a part of your signature training program, whether you're hosting a workshop, anytime that you're going out into the world and using your content to connect with people, there's a framework that I want you to follow to help you get more likes, more notices, more comments, and overall connected to even more people in the world, because that is the whole name of the game. And I'm just going to make a little adjustment here. All of a sudden, I'm like blurry. My energy must be blowing up the screen. Let me know if that happens to you. I'd love for you to say hello if you're joining us today. And I just think that this one little thing, I'm going to give you like this one little tip today that I think is going to tweak and change everything for you. And look at that. I come right back into focus. So first of all, you need to understand the content framework. So I want to give you the content framework right now. So I'm telling you, get a pencil, get a pen, get your typing fingers ready, because we literally sell this. So as a member of this learning community, you're getting it for free. Here we go. Anytime you're going to write content, any single time, I want you to think about these three things in this order. What is the urgent need that my client, the person I want to connect to, needs to have solved? I'm going to go back and explain everything. I just want to give you all three. What is the urgent need? That's always first. Okay. Followed by, this is what they want next. How do I do it? Right? What are the steps? What are the tips? How can you show me examples? It can flow in very different ways, but it's really about, so here's how you do it, right? You want to solve it. Here's how you do it. And then here's the thing that brings everything home to you. If you want someone to take an action at the end of what you've shared with them. Now, we always share an action at the end of these. If it's a learning thing that you're actually creating, the action is the thing, right? If you have a training without an action, it's irrelevant, right? If you have a training without an action, it's irrelevant. But so are your articles, your blog posts, like everything in the world, everything that you're putting out there should be driving people towards something else. It could be as simple as, like, share, comment, right? All those things help in the algorithms and the standings. It could be book a call, join my workshop, Let's get connected. Let's have a coffee, right? Whatever the action is. If you're trying to build an audience, it could be, especially if it's a podcast. Can you like? Can you share? Can you tag me? Right? All of those things are call to action, and what gets people to do that, to actually take that action, is the third part of the content framework, and that's when you hit them with their big desire. So real quickly, to just solidify it one more time in your mind, it's the urgent need. Okay, that's how you hook them in. And then you're going to follow it up with the how to, right? That's what they want. How do I do this? I actually don't know how to do this. It can be demonstrations, it can be stories, it can be a couple of steps. It can be, just a simple line or two, right? Here's a little tip. Here's a 30-second, like all those things go in there. And then finally, it's using their desire to get them to take an action. Desire is what produces action. Desire is what produces sales. Desires is what closes deals, right? When you connect to someone's deep desire. So we have to know those three things about our client. That's the first thing we do in our program. You can't even touch another piece of content. You can't do anything until you have a dialed in ideal client dossier. That's what we help our clients do. And it's based on this idea of need, want, and desire. Now, here's the big switch that I want you to make. You are most likely getting the how to, and you are most likely putting that first. See, the problem with that is the how to is the solution. Your client doesn't know that what you offer is actually the solution. And isn't that so insane, right? Let me just say that again. The person that you're trying to serve has some sort of immediate problem that they need to solve. The disconnect is they don't know what the solution is. So they're not looking at your solution. They're actively ignoring that, by the way, because they're only thinking about what their problem is. And so earlier in the week in this community, I had you do a little exercise, and I really encourage you to either do it in a community with us or do it on your own. But what is the urgent need that you solve your clients? And typically what we get, myself included, is my words, right? So if you ask me what my urgent need is for my client, I would have been more tempted to say in the past, well, I help them create a signature training program. Well, you know what? Here's the thing. They don't know they need a signature training program. As a matter of fact, they don't even want a signature training program. But you know what urgent need my clients do have? They don't have enough business. That's an urgent need. They don't have enough clients. That's an urgent need. They have a course, but it's not selling, right? Their urgent need is, I need information. I need tweaks. I need to understand why this isn't happening. Urgent needs can also be state of mind or symptoms. So when I was in the middle of learning to elevate myself from a part-time instructional designer with a somewhat of a company to the CEO of a thriving agency and consulting business, I was struggling, but I couldn't tell you what the problem was. Here's what I could say. I couldn't sleep at night. I was filled with anxiety. Every morning I had to stuff myself into this person I didn't believe I was. Those are my urgent needs. And thank goodness, I always say thank goodness for my original mindset coach, Kelly Ruda. You should meet her. Happy to make an introduction. She knew how to speak in a way that I would hear her. So when she would start her pieces of information, it was always, if you're feeling blah, 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 right? Are you someone who's been, thinking about growing a new business, but it feels impossible to you, right? Those were my urgent needs. And she was able to solve them for me and made great changes for me. And I became her client. So that's the one tweak, right? When you're thinking about your urgent need, it's not about what you offer. It's completely flipping. And you might have heard me say this. I'm a big fan of talking about granimals. So anyone who's a little bit older, like I am, as a child, there was a clothing line where the tops and the bottom matched, right? If it was a hippo tag on the top, if you found the hippo short, you made a match, you had a great looking outfit. Same thing, right? So when I say that I help people create a signature training program. That's what I say. But what they say is, I'm so freaking busy. I've got 15 clients this week. I don't have a second to breathe. I started this company because I thought I was going to have all this freedom and, be able to go to my kids' play. And you know what's happening? I'm working all night long. I'm busy every weekend. I'm grateful for my success, but I'm maxed out. Do you see the difference? My signature training program is the solution they don't even know they need. But if I lead with, are you maxed out in your business, right? Are you missing the time freedom that you thought you were going to have? Or I'll even sometimes just ask a simple question, right? What would it be like if you were able to serve another 50 clients in your business? What if you could add another $10,000 of revenue in your business today, right? Those are things people want to talk to me about. Then I can bring them in and give them the how to and the desire. But they never even hear you if you're not connecting to what's important to them. I feel like there was many, many years where we talked about the WIFM in training, right? The what's in it for me. I feel like this is just the natural evolution of that. It's not even about the what's in it for me. It's this whole, I can't even hear you unless you're talking to me. And here's how you know. I'm going to give you a little secret. Here's how you know it's working. All of a sudden, in your posts, in your back and forth conversations, in your training evaluations, here's what you'll start to hear. Thank you. This is exactly what I needed to hear today. Right? Because you're simply connecting with them and they're so, so grateful that you're shedding light on something that they couldn't figure out for themselves. That's why they hire you. That's why they need you. Whether you're an internal consultant or an external consultant, your true success comes from helping people to make great leaps and changes. And if they could do it on their own, they would, but they can't. And they need you because you are the person that can lead them to that outcome. We just often try and do that too soon, right? We have to get them up here, right? Get them into us and then bring them through a process that when they're ready for our services, you'll be ready and waiting for them too. So that's it, my friends. That is the content framework. To just put a really good recap on it again, it's need first, how to next, and ultimately the ask should go hand in hand with the desire. So that's your framework. And I don't care what it is you're creating, that framework works for everything. And the one simple tweak I want you working on right now is figuring out how to match your work in the world, right? What you say you do to people with their urgent need. Make those connections, and I guarantee you, you will see a huge increase in people connecting with you online, liking, following, sharing, making comments. If you're using this in your program design, you should start to see some serious elevation in how people describe their experiences with you. They're going to move from this space of, that was great information, thanks, appreciate it, to, I never knew that before, you're changing my life, my business is growing, right? Whatever your outcome is. So if this was helpful to you, what I really encourage you to do today, go back into the community and look for that thread. We'll pop it back up to the top and write your urgent need. I'm giving away free feedback. Again, this is what we do. This is the very first piece in the signature training program accelerator. Is we don't let you go any place else until you have this dialed in and working, because I want you to have the utmost confidence that your program is a program that solves other people's needs. Because if you don't have that confidence, you don't have that clarity, then every time something goes wrong, you're going to be blowing in the breeze and changing yourself over and over again. And that's what slows down progress. So from the word go, we want you creating the right program that spotlights you right for your clients. And believe it or not, that's all marketing strategy and technique. And it's not actually even a training thing. So, if people go wrong, it's probably because they didn't take that very first step. So if If you are ready to take that very first step, you're always welcome to book a call with me, 15 minutes, and I can let you know without a doubt whether you're a right candidate for this next step. This is a next level jump in your business. Generally, it's not for the very brand new entrepreneur. So we like to make sure that you're investing your hard earned money, your time, and your commitment into things that are the right thing for you. So book 15 minutes with me. I promise I will let you know if this is, in fact, the right thing for you. And at the very least today, go back, find that post where it says, what is the urgent need that you solve, and tell me. And I promise I'll go in there and I'll give you some feedback. And as always, if there's somebody you have, a business bestie, somebody in your community, someone who you think would get amazing value from what we do here every week, please invite them to the group. The more, the merrier. I want to meet your friends. I want you to meet my friends. And I want everyone to have tremendous success in their business and their careers and to fill their life with joy. That is the big mission. Have an amazing day, everyone. Talk to you soon.